Our reporter Antonia Kerrigan has been following this story for us. We can cross live to her now outside the Elysee Palace. Antonia, what more do we know about this deal to buy French fighter jets?
Well, we know this was a letter of intent signed on the tarmac at Villers-Coublay Air Base, an intent to order 100 Rafales. Rafales are the state-of-the-art French-made fighter jet that is extremely coveted by Ukraine. It would be more advanced than anything either Ukraine or Russia currently has in their possession. This, of course, comes just a month after Ukraine signed a similar letter in Sweden expressing intent to buy 100 to 150 of the equivalent Swedish model. This is part of an overall upgrade of the Ukrainian Air Force as Volodymyr Zelensky seeks to put together an air force of around 250 modern state-of-the-art aircraft. France, of course, has already sent aircraft. They sent their previous model, the Mirage 2000. Ukraine has 3 of those in its possession. But this is, of course, a real step up. This morning's letter also included an order for the state-of-the-art SAMPT Service Air Mobile Missile Systems. That's, of course, about air defence. More details will emerge on how this is being financed, etc., and the numbers of air defence systems. But, of course, aviation, combat and air defence are high priorities for Volodymyr Zelensky at the moment, as the Russian aerial assault has reached a newfound intensity as winter approaches. Now, of course, Rafales cost €100 million and take about 3.5 years to manufacture, so that could be a longer-term investment, but it remains to be seen perhaps if some of them are going to be expedited to arrive sooner, if some could be taken out of the French arsenal as well. That's the kind of detail we'll be looking to hear about later in the day.
All right, Antonia, and this comes as part of Zelensky's 9th visit to France since the start of the war. Run us through exactly what else is on the agenda this time.
Well, of course, this morning he was welcomed on the tarmac at Villers-Coublay Air Base, where the national anthems were sung, were played, and Emmanuel Macron took him for a briefing with the giants of the French defence industry, where they were briefed on certain products, including Rafales and these defence systems, but also drones and ground fire missiles. They also attended a briefing by the command of the Ukraine International Force. That's, of course, the international coalition spearheaded by France and the UK, the Coalition of the Willing, it's called, and that's the military setup designed so that in the event of a ceasefire, troops from Ukraine's allies could be deployed onto Ukrainian soil to ensure the ceasefire is respected. So the idea this morning was to explain what the different planners had come up with for that. They were taken into a room with a map of Europe laid out on a table and little flags indicating the different military units. We expect Volodymyr Zelensky and Emmanuel Macron to arrive here at the Elysee Palace very soon, where they will sign further agreements and give a press conference, and that is when we can expect more detail to emerge. The day will then end with the Franco-Ukrainian Drone Forum, which is an event designed to bring together French and Ukraine drone makers, to bring together the Ukrainian drone expertise and, of course, the French drone manufacturing capacities, as the drones have, of course, been a real essential in Ukraine's air defence up until now and will continue to be.
All right, Antonia, we'll check in with you a little later this Monday as details come in from those events.